The ocean was silent until the sky exploded in fire. I pressed my face against the steel bulkhead of the USS Enterprise as the first wave of Japanese dive bombers screamed down through the morning haze. It was 10:17 hours, June 4th, 1942, and death was falling from the sky like hail. My name is Norman Jack Kleiss, Aviation Radioman First Class, and I was about to witness and help deliver the most decisive naval battle in American history. But let me back up 6 months, because understanding Midway means understanding how we got here, bloodied but not broken, after Pearl Harbor changed everything. December 7th had caught us all with our pants down. I was aboard the Enterprise then too, part off Task Force 8 under Vice Admiral William Bull Halsey. We'd been delivering Marine Fighter Squadron 211 to Wake Island, 12 F-4F Wildcats that would soon be fighting for their lives. When we got the news about Pearl, the whole ship went dead quiet for about 10 seconds. Then it erupted. Sailors cursing, officers barking orders, the smell of fuel oil and determination mixing in the Pacific air. "This means war, boys," Chief Petty Officer Mike Brazier had said, his weathered face grim as he addressed our squadron. Real war. He was right. Over the next 6 months, we'd learn what that meant. The Dulit L raid in April, 18 B-25s launched front carrier Hornet to bomb Tokyo itself. I wasn't there for that one, but every sailor in the Pacific felt 10 feet taller when we heard about it. Then came the Battle of the Coral Sea in early May, where we traded punches with the Japanese for the first time in a carrier versus carrier slugfest. We lost the Lexington, they lost the Shakaku's air group, and had the Zuikaku damaged. More importantly, we learned we could fight these bastards and win. But now, steaming northwest from Pearl Harbor in late May 1942, we knew something big was coming. The codebreakers at Station Hypo had cracked the Japanese naval code, JN-25, and they were screaming about a major operation. Target, AF. It took some clever detective work by Lieutenant Commander Joseph Rochefort and his team to figure out that AF meant Midway Atoll, that tiny speck of coral 1,100 miles northwest of Honolulu. Admiral Chester Nimitz, commanding the Pacific Fleet, made the call that would save the war. We were going to be waiting for them. Task Force 16, built around the Enterprise and Hornet, left Pearl on May 28th under Rear Admiral Raymond Spruance. Halsey was in the hospital with a skin condition, of all things. Task Force 17, centered on the patched-up Yorktown under Rear Admiral Frank Jack Flecker, sailed 2 days later. 3 carriers against what intelligence said would be 4 Japanese flat-tops, plus the entire combined fleet. The smart money wasn't on us. By June 3rd, we were in position about 350 miles northeast of Midway, invisible to the Japanese, but ready to pounce. I was assigned to Lieutenant Commander Wade McCluskey's Bombing Squadron, VB-6, the Flying Bumblebees, as radio man gunner in the rear seat of an SBD-3 Dauntless dive bomber. Our pilot was Lieutenant Clarence Dickinson, a quiet Texan who could put a 1,000-pound bomb in a teacup from 15,000 feet. The ESBD wasn't much to look at, stub-nosed, slow, and honest as a farm tractor. But she was tough, too. 50 caliber machine guns in the nose for the pilot, twin. 30 caliber guns in the rear cockpit for me, and a big bomb cradle that could swing down and clear the prop when we went into our dive. The Japanese called them Helldivers, and they'd learn why. That evening, we got word that a PBY Catalina flying boat from Midway had spotted the Japanese invasion force steaming toward the atoll. Admiral Flecker, as senior officer, was in tactical command, but the Japanese carriers hadn't been located yet. We waited, engines turning over, ready to launch at a moment's notice. I checked my gear for the 100th time. Radio tuned to frequency 4,475 kilocycles, ammunition for the twin, 30S, life jacket, and the small New Testament my mother had pressed into my hands when I left Oklahoma for the Navy. Keep this close, she'd said. You'll need it more than you know. She was right about that. June 4th dawned clear and calm, with unlimited visibility, perfect flying weather. At 0545, a PBY from Midway radioed the message that changed everything. Many planes heading Midway, bearing 320 distance 150. Then, at 0603, 2 carriers and main body ships, carriers in front course 135 speed 25. We had them. Admiral Flecker ordered Sprue Ans to launch everything he had while Fletcher waited to recover search planes and launch his own strike. At 0700, the Enterprise began turning into the wind. The flight deck crew, those unsung heroes in their colored jerseys, yellow for directors, red for ordnance men, blue for elevator operators, moved like a choreographed dance of death. Lieutenant Commander Eugene Lindsay led off with 14 TBD-1 Devastator torpedo bombers from Torpedo Squadron 6. Those poor bastards were flying coffins, slow, obsolete, vulnerable, but they climbed away from the Enterprise with grim determination. Next came McCluskey with 37 SBDs from Bombing 6 and Scouting 6. Finally, Lieutenant Commander James Gray led 10 F-4F Wildcats from Fighting 6 as escort. I was in the rear seat of Lieutenant Dickinson's Dauntless, number 6B3, armed with a 1,000-pound semi-armor-piercing bomb. As we formed up and headed west-southwest toward the reported position of the Japanese carriers, I looked back at the Enterprise growing smaller behind us. Task Force 16 was now defenseless except for the Hornet's combat air patrol. If we screwed this up, there might not be anything to come home to. The flight took longer than expected. McCluskey, leading the air group, couldn't find the Japanese carriers where they were supposed to be. We flew the predicted intercept course for over an hour, burning precious fuel, finding nothing but empty ocean. At 0955, with fuel running low, McCluskey made a command decision that would change history. Instead of turning back, he followed a lone Japanese destroyer that was racing northwest. That destroyer, the Arashi, was hurrying to catch up with the carrier force after dropping depth charges on the submarine USS Nautilus. She led us straight to the enemy. At 1005 hours, the lookouts in McCluskey's lead plane spotted them. 4 Japanese aircraft carriers in a rough box formation, steaming northwest at 24 knots. From 19,000 feet, they looked like gray daggers cutting through the blue Pacific, their flight decks crowded with aircraft being refueled and rearmed. The carriers were the Akaji, Kaga, Soryu, and Hiryu, the same ships that had launched the attack on Pearl Harbor 6 months earlier. Vice Admiral Chuichi Nagumo's Kido Butai, the most powerful carrier force ever assembled. They just finished launching a second strike against Midway and were preparing to rearm for an attack on our carriers, which they knew were somewhere in the area. They had no idea we were directly overhead. McCluskey's voice crackled over the radio. Attack immediately. Earl, take the carrier on the left. I'll take the one on the right. Lieutenant Commander Earl Gallagher, leading Scouting 6, would hit the Kaga. McCluskey, with Bombing 6, would take the Akaji, Admiral Nagumo's flagship. I grabbed the radio mic and keyed it. Bandits, 12 o'clock low. Below us, I could see Japanese fighters climbing frantically, but they were too late and too low to intercept us before we began our attack. Dickinson pushed the nose over, and we screamed down through 15,000 feet in a near vertical dive, the airspeed indicator climbing past 250 knots. The noise was incredible, wind shrieking past the canopy, the engine howling, dive brakes chattering. My stomach pressed against my backbone as we pulled nearly 4 Gs in the dive. At 2,500 feet, the Akaji filled our bomb site. I could see Japanese sailors running across her flight deck, see aircraft being pushed aside, see anti-aircraft guns swinging toward us. Orange and red tracers began streaming past our wings. Come on, baby, Dickinson muttered into the intercom. Steady, steady. At 1,800 feet, he pressed the bomb release. Our ESPD lurched upward as the 1,000-pound bomb fell away, and Dickinson hauled back on the stick, pulling us out of the dive in a crushing 5G turn. I blacked out for a few seconds, and when my vision cleared, we were racing away from the carrier at wave top level. I twisted around in my seat to watch our bomb hit. The 1,000-pounder struck the Akaji just aft of the island superstructure and punched through the flight deck into the upper hangar. A moment later, she erupted in a pillar of flame and smoke that rose 500 feet into the air. Secondary explosions rippled along her length as aviation fuel and armed aircraft cooked off. I whispered into my oxygen mask, but we weren't done. Looking around, I could see other SBDs pulling out of their dives, bombs bursting among the Japanese carriers like deadly flowers. The Kaga took multiple hits and was soon blazing from bow to stern. Both carriers were finished, their flight decks twisted and burning, their aircraft either destroyed or trapped below decks. We'd caught the Japanese at the worst possible moment, their aircraft on deck being refueled and rearmed, their fuel lines charged, their ordnance exposed. In the span of 5 minutes, 2 of their finest carriers had been turned into floating pyres. But the battle was far from over. As we flew back toward the Enterprise, nursing our fuel and watching for Japanese fighters, I could see smoke columns rising from 2 more carriers to the south. The Yorktown's air group, led by Lieutenant Commander Maxwell Leslie, had found and attacked the Soryu at almost the same moment Midway hit Akaji and Kaga. She too was burning and would sink before the day was out. But the Japanese weren't finished. The 4th carrier, Hiryu, had escaped the initial attack and launched her own strike against our task force. When we landed aboard the Enterprise at 11:30, the flight deck crew was already spotting aircraft for another mission. The word came down from the bridge. Yorktown had been hit by Japanese dive bombers and was dead in the water. The euphoria of our successful attack was tempered by the reality that we were still outnumbered and outgunned. The Japanese surface fleet, battleships, cruisers, destroyers, was still intact and steaming toward Midway. If they got within gun range of the atoll, they could pound it to rubble and land their invasion force. Admiral Spruance, calm as ice water, ordered another strike against the remaining Japanese carriers. At 13:30, Lieutenant Commander Gallagher led 24 SBDs back into the fight. I flew as radioman gunner for Lieutenant William Roberts in another bomb-laden Dauntless. This time we found the Hiryu alone, her escorting ship scattered, trying desperately to recover aircraft from her earlier strike. The attack was textbook perfect. Diving from 19,000 feet through scattered clouds, bomb releases at 2,000 feet, then a race for home while the Japanese ship burned behind us. 4 Japanese carriers in one day. The backbone of their naval aviation, 6 months in the making, destroyed in 6 hours. The Battle of Midway officially ended on June 6th when our submarines and surface ships mopped up the remaining Japanese stragglers. The final tally was devastating for the enemy. 4 fleet carriers sunk Akaji, Kaga, Soryu, and Hiryu. 1 heavy cruiser sunk Mikuma. 1 heavy cruiser damaged Magami, and over 3,000 Japanese sailors and airmen killed, including many of their most experienced pilots. Our losses were significant but sustainable. The carrier Yorktown, the destroyer Hammond, and 307 American lives lost. Most importantly, we retained 2 undamaged carriers and the bulk of our aircrew, including the irreplaceable veterans who would train the next generation of naval aviators. But statistics don't tell the whole story. I think about the Japanese pilots I saw that day, brave men doing their duty for their country, dying in the service of their emperor. War makes enemies of men who might have been friends under different circumstances. I saw their aircraft burning, their ships sinking, their comrades dying, and I felt no joy in it. Relief, yes. Satisfaction at a job well done, certainly, but not joy. The real significance of Midway wouldn't become clear for months. Admiral Yamamoto's plan to draw out and destroy the American Pacific Fleet had backfired catastrophically. Instead of dealing us a knockout blow, the Japanese had suffered their first major defeat of the war and lost the naval aviation force that had made them masters of the Pacific. From June 4, 1942, onward, Japan would be fighting a defensive war. They would never again have the strength to launch a major offensive operation. The long, bloody road to Tokyo Bay still lay ahead. Guadalcanal, the Gilberts, the Marshalls, the Marianas, Leyte Gulf, Iwo Jima, Okinawa. But Midway had ensured that road would end in American victory. Sitting here now, 78 years later, I can still hear the whistle of those dive bombers, still smell the cordite and aviation fuel, still feel the G-forces pressing me into my seat as we pulled out of those deadly dives. The Pacific is quiet now, no longer torn by the thunder of naval guns or the scream of attacking aircraft. The men I flew with that day, McCluskey, Gallagher, Leslie, Gray, Lindsay, most are gone now, claimed by time if not by war. The ships we served on have long since been scrapped or sunk as targets. Even the Japanese we fought against, the survivors anyway, are mostly gone. We were all young men then, caught up in something larger than ourselves, doing our best in circumstances none of us had ever imagined. But the lesson of Midway endures, that free people, properly led and adequately equipped, can defeat any tyranny. That courage and determination can overcome seemingly impossible odds. That the price of freedom is indeed eternal vigilance, paid in the blood of those willing to stand watch. The ocean was silent that morning before the battle began. It was silent again when the last shots were fired and the last aircraft recovered. Between those silences lay 4 days that changed the course of human history. We didn't know it at the time. We were too busy trying to stay alive and do our jobs, but we had just witnessed the turning point of the Pacific War. The Japanese never recovered from Midway. Their naval aviation, the striking arm that had dominated the Pacific for 6 months, was broken. Their aura of invincibility was shattered. Most importantly, their strategic initiative was lost forever. From that day forward, it would be America and her allies dictating the time and place of battle, not Imperial Japan. I was 22 years old on June 4, 1942, a radio man gunner from Oklahoma who had never imagined he would help change the course of a world war. Looking back now, I realize how blessed we were. Blessed with leaders like Nimitz and Spru Ends who made the right decisions under incredible pressure. Blessed with codebreakers like Rochefort, who gave us the intelligence we needed. Blessed with maintenance crews who kept our aircraft flying and ordnance men who loaded our bombs. Most of all, we were blessed with each other, ordinary Americans who rose to meet an extraordinary challenge. We came from farms and cities, factories and colleges, every corner of our great country. We were united by nothing more complicated than the belief that some things are worth fighting for, worth dying for if necessary. The Japanese had better ships, better aircraft, and more experienced pilots when the war began. But they had underestimated the industrial might and fighting spirit of aroused America. Midway was where that spirit first showed itself in all its terrible glory. We didn't win the war at Midway, but we certainly didn't lose it either. And sometimes, in the darkest hours, that's enough. Sometimes just surviving to fight another day is victory enough. The ocean is silent now, and I am an old man with old memories. But I remember when the sky exploded in fire, when the fate of nations hung on the skill and courage of young men in flying machines, when the future of freedom itself was decided in 5 minutes over the blue Pacific. We were there. We did our duty, and by God's grace, it was enough.